Yes, Sway in the Morning, Shade 4-5, man. We definitely broadcasting live. Have to be you all the way in Jersey, right?
In Jersey, chilling. Absolutely loving it.
Are you cooking while we're live on air?
Okay, so yeah, that's another confession I have to make. I'm cooking while we're live on air. I'm also squeezing fresh juices out. You know what? Part of my big confession this morning is that I love the quarantining, yo. I love it. I'm in heaven. Even though I'm
Yeah.
still working my regular schedule, I love it, Sway.
I'm sitting in a folded chair at the foot of my bed with no socks on, just really looking at my feet, rubbing my toes in between each other, making sure the crud drop on the right paper. That's all. I'm just laid back, Tracy, I got a wife beater on, some real.
No, I don't like that term.
Okay, but my bad. I got
You got a white tank top on.
I got a tank top on. Some basketball shorts. That's kind of what the attire I wanted to wear. Every time we talk to our next guest, we're always kind of formal. We're in a formal environment.
Mm-hmm.
We're in a business environment. But I always wonder what it would be like to talk to her, just like from my bedroom. She got the return of the TV series Black Monday. That's happening. That's Sundays at 10 p.m. This woman got a master's degree. She's done some of the biggest movies we know. Think Like a Man, About Last Night, Vacation, Girls Trip, Shaft, man. And we had her on the show not that long ago, but I've never really spoke to her in this attire. So I just wanted to try it and see what came out of it. I want to welcome her to the line, the one and only, the lovely, the magnificent Regina Hall, ladies and gentlemen.
Regina, what's poppin'?
Hi, guys. How are you? I'm in the bed. I was like, gosh, at least I don't feel bad. But I'm in L.A., so it's still 8 o'clock here.
Oh, so you're quarantining in L.A.?
Yeah, I'm in L.A. I was in New York working, and then,
And then you got stuck. What do you live on the East or West Coast?
I live on the West Coast. I live in L.A.
Okay, I didn't realize that. So what you're saying right now?
Yeah, so I came back home.
So you're in bed and
Mm-hmm.
I'm at the foot of my bed. So we're basically having a bedroom conversation.
We are, and have the bees and they're cooking, keeping it.
Hey.
That's what I'm about to do, actually. I'm gonna.
What you gonna make, Regina?
Well, it's early here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I probably will make breakfast. You know what I mean? Which I don't know. I might make some oatmeal.
Ooh,
But
that's
for
what I
a
did.
dinner, I'll make a better dinner. Like last night, I made a good dinner.
What'd you make?
What did you make?
Well, maybe it won't sound that good. But I had lentil soup and broccoli over quinoa. And it was good. Tonight I might make some lamb.
Make some lamb. Wow. When you make the lentil soup, see, I got a box of packages of lentil soup that you can just throw in the microwave. Is that how, Regina, that's how you making it, or you making it from scratch?
No, I cheat a little bit. I have a crock pot. So if you season it and you make it, I just let it cook for hours, because then you can put the seasoning in with it and the vegetables, and you know what I mean? You can really make it tasty. It can have a lot of flavor.
Yeah, and then set it and forget it.
Mm-hmm. Now, I'm not as good as, Heather B is over there. She's like, she's...
Regina,
up a
I'm
restaurant.
over here playing, sis, because it's like it's we got this time now, and you doing things that you normally wouldn't have time to do. And I was telling Sway too, it's kind of about who you quarantining with. You know what I mean? Like, that adds to it. It can make it fun, or it can make it not so fun. So I am going to make a soup. I actually bought some lentil, like beans, the raw beans, and I'm going to make it. And I was deciding whether or not to whip out a crock pot. But I think I'm going to try it. I never used mine and let it cook for like hours and hours. I was just going to get on the stove like a old grandma and make it that way. But you sound like the crock pot might be the move.
Yeah, I like, you know what, and I have a pressure cooker that I never used, and I think I'm going to have to break that out, because I have it. It was a gift, and I never used it, but now I'm getting a little curious about my pressure cooker, too.
Let's go, baby. I say you whip it out. See, Sway, you ain't quarantining with the right. Kiyomi ain't helping out.
Yeah, my daughter is waiting to see what I'm cooking, but it's
But can you cook? Apparently.
Yeah, Regina, I do. I was a better cooker in the '90s when I had to cook than I am now. But I'm finding that like the other day, I made some light and brown potatoes and onions, and I sauteed the garlic cubes in the pan before I put the red onions in it. Got it to be translucent.
You know what I do? I do? I take my potatoes and I cut them and boil them a little bit already. Then I put a little bit of olive oil and a little bit of seasoning in the pan, and then you saute it and put those onions in, and then they're soft, but it gets a little crispy on the outside.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Them
shit,
edges,
that's gang.
baby.
Let me write that
I
down.
swear, you can see you got one recipe. Sway looking
Let
for
me
help.
write that down. Hey, how's your quarantine? Your quarantine time been, Regina? How you been entertaining yourself?
I've been watching a bunch of movies.
Okay.
And series like I know y'all watch Tiger King.
No, what is
Tiger
that?
King.
Oh, I've
That
never
the
even
crazy
heard of that.
documentary.
What? No.
The one about the documentary about the guy who was buying all the exotic animals.
Yeah, you really have to watch it.
Oh my gosh!
I gotta come back on after y'all watch it, because that is a discussion. We might. Well, y'all home. We could just do a little 4-way. Because that you have to watch. I've just been watching stuff like movies and docs.
Do you
couple
watch
of
your
books.
own movies? Do you have to
that's
watch
what
your
I was
own?
gonna say.
No.
That's crazy, because I was in the house and I was gonna ask her that too. Y'all are tripping, because I was like, is it weird like if you home and you going through the remote and you pop up? It's like, oh, let me
Right.
turn real quick.
Yeah. I mean, it is weird. You'll see yourself pop up, but yeah, I don't usually watch mine. But yeah.
Yeah, they've been playing barbershop a lot lately. I've been seeing you. I just saw you last night in barbershop. I was like, oh, Regina.
Oh, I love when when it's on. I can look for a check.
Check. Facts.
Hey.
Regina, what are
residual
actors like? What are actors like on FaceTime? Have you been like going on any of these sites?
I FaceTime my friends. Yeah, we do Zoom.
Oh, do you guys do a group Zoom?
Yeah, we do group Zoom. Yep. I mean, it's like, that's kind of what it is. And you're like,
Right
one of
now.
my friends just had a birthday, so we did a birthday party on Zoom.
Wow.
That was kind of it. She had her own cake, and we sang.
Yo,
okay.
see, it's
So
creative.
she made her own cake. I was like, I'm about to light the candles.
She had to
We
light
did
her
it.
candles and blow them.
Yeah, that's I think we did it for about an hour and a half.
I never even heard of Zoom until this whole coronavirus
Me
thing
neither.
was.
Me neither.
Really?
No.
Yeah, I was in here chilling, talking to a technical person at SiriusXM, because we're all, like Sway said earlier, we're all at our own homes. And she told me what to do, and she's like, you downloaded the app, and I'm following instructions, and I got my glasses on, Regina, because I'm like, I can't see what the hell she was talking about, and I hit this button, and baby, my scarf and my glasses popped up. I was like, oh, wait a minute, let me take this shit off, and then I'll be right back. I didn't know like they could see everything. I was like,
see everything. And then when you hit the others, because I put it on my iPad and I put it on my phone. I didn't put it on my computer, but I mean, technology, it feels like, the Jetsons. It's just like technology, and it continues. One of the things, you always think about, too, is how, like, what's it going to be like after this?
yeah.
I always think about that. Like, when people realize after, however long this lasts, oh, we don't need this. Like, what? Or, oh, we can do it this way. What's it going to be like? I feel like there's going to be a shift, like some, new discovery, and they're going to be like, oh, we can do this. So,
yeah. How are you adjusting? Because a lot of actors right now aren't working. You can't be on sets. You know, you can't be in post houses. You really can't create right now, and that's impacting the pocketbook and other things as well. How do you compensate for that, or what provisions are you taking?
Well, you know, a lot of times, you know, actors work in spurts anyway. So, you know, you always have downtime. But I think, honestly, it's just the reality of what it is. You know, like for me, I'm always like, you know, I'll still write. You know what I mean? I feel like you know, there are other ways to be creative, and maybe this is a time to be still reflective. You know what I mean? It's a great time to like, you know, give it another way. You know, I feel like this is the time where we have to serve each other, serve the planet. It's not necessarily about us as individuals. I feel like it's and even if that means you're alone and just, you know, finding gratitude. You know, like I just feel like energetically, you know, we need a shift. So, you know, there's when you really think about, you know, the fact that, you know, stillness is so hard for people. You're like, well, why is that? Like, we're always busy, busy, busy. Like, what can we learn about ourselves, sitting with ourselves, being with ourselves, stillness? The hardest part is, you know, the financial part for people, and that's where, you know, that's where we can be like, well, what could I give? You know, how can I share what I have? So, you know, and then what can we, you know, make sure we collectively demand from our leaders. But I do have to say your governor has been really
Cuomo.
great. I mean, Cuomo's been killing it.
Cuomo 2024. Cuomo, I was having a conversation with one of our political people here at SiriusXM, and Cuomo sound like he gearing up, like he ready right now. If he could throw his name in the ring, he would have. He would be ready. Like, he definitely
Well, and I
stepped
think
up.
we really can see, you know, like right now, because this is when you see who people are. You know, like his honesty. Like, I watch him, and he feels like a leader. Like, I listen, and he's honest. It's not like he's like, oh, it's going to be fine. He's like, no, we need help. Like, I mean, you know, it's still like it's settling. You know, to see someone is like, this is what the issue is. This is what we need, and like, it's been great to watch him.
Regina, Sway has been asking us all week, like, is this something that we learned about ourselves during this? Because you mentioned the stillness of it all. What have we discovered? Have we rediscovered a talent? You mentioned writing. One of the things I learned about myself, too, is that how my phone has just been recording, like, what I look at most. And I'm watching all these companies send me sales. And I'm like, oh, it's a sale on Adidas, Nike, Gucci. I'm like, I'm seeing what I've been spending my money on, and I'm like, okay, this ain't even necessary right now, and moving forward it won't be necessary either, because I'm realizing what's most important. Have you learned anything about yourself during this time? Something new?
I'm going to say I spend a lot of time alone. Like, so the quarantine for me doesn't feel that much different, except I probably maybe would be doing more, like I'd go to the gym, but now I have to do work out at home. I would probably say I've learned, I buy a lot of like face creams and vitamins. Like, I look like I have an apothecary in there. Like, I opened the jar and I was like, okay, this is excessive. You know, like I'm like, all right, I'm going to take my oregano oil drops straight to the throat. But that didn't sound good. But
well, that depends on who you ask. Because
Sway just heard you spend a lot of time alone and you taking it straight to the throat. That's all he heard. He like, word. Can I quarantine with you?
That didn't come out. But it's and you know, like how I like to research, like, you know, I think every time I see something, I find out, I'm like, research it. I have to find out about, if I see something on television, I have to look it up and be like, who is that? Now, how was that made?
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't. I know what I discovered. I'm so excited. I've discovered, like, gardening and, like, pulling up weeds.
Oh, dope.
I never
How?
thought about it, but it's really soothing to me.
That's dope.
Okay.
See, that's dope.
Agriculture.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
gardening, and it's therapeutic as well. Like, that's dope.
Yeah, and
Okay.
I never thought about it, before. And, my business manager, she loves it, and she used to always talk about it, and I'd be like, yeah, whatever, Celeste. So, but now I'm like, oh, and like, like planting something and touching the dirt, and I'm like, oh, so like, I guess I've discovered that, and that's been kind of, amazing to me, because I'm like, it's like every day I watch a flower grow, and I'm amazed. I'm like, wow, look at nature. Like,
Yep.
it's out here pounding on in the rain, and it's like we're going to take it, and then I'm going to blossom. So, that would probably be like what's been really fun. Like, I got gloves now, so I can really get in there. And it's been really good.
Word. So Regina is gonna be gardening, and I ain't buying no more sneakers. I don't need it. I can't believe my phone just sending me all these sales. I'm like,
Isn't
what
it
I've been
shocking
doing?
that
Yes.
like when you have the time to see?
Yep.
Because usually you're doing it, but now you're like, wait a minute, yeah.
This is what
Home
I've been
Depot is
doing.
going to be getting at me soon. Like, you need some more dirt.
I love that. Regina Hall is on the line, and we just love having her on. If you want to talk with her, 888-742-3345. But one of my favorite shows is back, Black Monday, starring Regina Hall. Here's a sample of what you can expect in this new season on Showtime, Black Monday.
Well, if it isn't the home-wrecking harlot out to destroy my... Ooh, not what I expected.
White lady, who the fuck are you, and what the fuck were you expecting?
I'm Corky Harris, and I came to confront you, Blair, the hussy who layeth down with my husband, Congressman Roger Harris.
My goodness. First of all, hi, I'm Dawn. I founded this place with my partner, Blair, who is a man, and we are just huge donors of your husband.
But Blair has to be a woman. I picture someone rich, blonde, bunch of pretty roommates.
No, that's Blair from Facts of Life. My Blair is all man, like Joe from Facts of Life. Trust me, my Blair and your husband are on the golf course as we speak.
Wow.
They
That
brought
was
up
from
Joe
Black
from
Monday.
Facts of Life.
Joe from Facts of Life. I don't know if unless you watched Facts of Life, you wouldn't know that Joe was actually a woman from Facts of Life. Regina, how exciting is it for you that the show is back on?
I love working on the show. I love my co-stars, and our guest stars. So for me, it's like fun. We just get to go to work and play, and the references are fun. I have my assistant who's like, Regina, what's that? Because she's younger, and so some of the references, she watches it with her mother who explains it. So for me, it's like playtime, but like grown-ups with playtime. So it was great shooting. And I'm glad people finally get to see it. I get to finally see it too, because I never see it when we're working.
It's a great show that you're on. Do you get a chance, like, since you've been on quarantine, have you spoken with Andrew or Don or any of the people from the cast?
We stay on a group chat all the time. Yeah, so we have, and then we'll speak by phone. I spoke to Andrew maybe 2 days ago. I spoke to Don a few days ago. We just did an Instagram Live with Paul. So we do. We do. We definitely stay in touch. I mean, we like each other. He's a cool. You know what's crazy? Is so when I was living in New York, we used to go to Rutgers, right? And I hadn't heard of the Rutgers games, right?
The basketball games.
And so I don't know how the story of, like, I don't know who was talking to me about it, but remember Earl Manigault?
Yeah.
I completely forgot that Don played him.
Don Cheadle played him in a
movie.
Oh,
in the movie.
He sure did.
And
Yeah.
I just like
The GOAT.
Yeah, the goat. Anyway, so we do stay in touch, and it's nice.
Tell him I'm ready to sit down and play poker with him when the quarantine is over.
I think I want to learn to play poker. Heather, you got any stuff you want to learn to do? Y'all got stuff y'all want to learn to do?
You know what? That's real that you asked that, because I mentioned it. I was like making fresh juice. That's something that I always wanted to do anyway, because it takes so much time. And Sway is always drinking like fresh juices in the morning, but we have to go buy them from like the different places that charge $10 for a juice, $8 for a juice. And you know, the days out, you spend like $30-$40 on juice. So I never have time to do it, but I was able to get cases of fruit before all of this happened. And so I've been doing that and kind of using my mixology skills to make juices. So today I got some blood oranges, some Maya lemon, some Cara oranges, some sea moss, some ginger. So I'm just in here creating stuff, girl, and writing out recipes. I'll figure it out. I love you too, sis.
That's the best. I love that.
Tracy,
So
what
I'm
about
learning.
you? What you trying to learn to do, Tracy? That's a great
know what
question
I'm
too,
trying
by
to-
the way.
Yeah, absolutely, Regina. So for myself, I've lived like 1,000 lives within this one human experience. And there was a time when I taught myself how to draw to the point where I ended up at FIT, Fashion Institute of Technology, for a semester.
My goodness.
But I was like traumatized by that one semester, so I stopped drawing when I left. And I'm like, this is a great no pressure time for me to just do a lot of still life here in this apartment. Like, I'm surrounded by plants, and I now have like a lot of paint that my boyfriend got for me, and I have pens here and I have pads. So I want to see if I can reignite my drawing.
Oh, that
drawing
is
skills.
so great.
Wow, Tracy, I didn't know that about you, Tracy.
Sway.
Your turn, Sway, Regina
I
said.
think I want to. My grandfather, rest in power, Claude Waters, was a kind of a blue collar worker, and when we were younger, he was able to acquire some properties, but he never hired construction guys to build on it. So he would have me and my brother Terry, my cousin Donzel, different folks in our family. We would have to put up the sheetrock, or if it was plumbing in one of the properties that needed work, we would have to go do the plumbing or put in bathtubs and
That is so great.
yeah, roofing and all of those things. And
See,
I lost
and men can't do that today. They can't do that today.
Yeah, neither can I. So I have to go back and relearn. I have to go back and relearn how to do it because I want to build on the apartment I have here in Harlem. So, Regina, when you come by and cook and we watch a boxing match, you know, the environment.
You saw that last Deontay Wilder one, right?
Yo.
I can't even.
Whoa.
I'm not able to really describe. I had talked at Thanksgiving. I was talking to somebody who was like, "No, Tyson's going to win." I was like, "You don't know nothing." I mean, I talk so much, I don't even want to see him anymore.
Well, just so now with this pandemic, see, I didn't really want him to jump back in the ring for the third fight so fast. He's the king. He is who he is. But I was hoping that he waited a little longer. This might benefit him in that way, where he could wait and heal up a little longer and really study up what he needs to do.
Gotta use those feet, man.
Yeah, gotta use those feet. Yeah, we haven't discussed boxing in a while. We got to get back on that.
I know. Well, look, we got time.
Yes, we do. Regina Hall is on the line.
That's what I'm thinking. Look at all the stuff that people are gonna discover. Oh my! It's a challenging time because it's uncertain, but there's the possibility that something amazing could come out of it as well.
Absolutely. We got Sharina on the line from Pennsylvania. What up, Sharina?
Hi.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm so excited. I didn't think that it would really happen. Well, wow, I'm here. Hello, guys.
Hey.
Hi.
So
You got a question?
No, I was just listening to the conversation and how you guys was talking about what you're trying to do during the quarantine. And I was actually doing some schoolwork, trying to get through cosmetology school.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah,
So
it's exciting.
Yeah. Are you trying to get into school, or are you already in the school?
I am in school. I go to Lancaster School of Cosmetology in Lancaster.
Okay.
In Lancaster. That's
very
Pennsylvania.
nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay, so you got a lot of extra time on your hand to really
I have
put
a
that.
lot of extra time.
Okay,
And plus,
cool.
no one's working, so yeah.
So with that extra time, make sure you're watching Black Monday, Sunday,
Black
10
Monday.
p.m. on Showtime, okay?
All right. Is that on
All right.
Netflix or?
Showtime,
Showtime.
don't. Yeah, Netflix is a bad word to Showtime. Okay?
Sharina,
OMG.
Sharina, one of your skills cutting? Are you really good at cuts?
You know what? I've been getting better at it. I've been getting real better at it.
Okay, yeah, because I was going to say why we quarantined and no, because you know, Sway, I used to own a hair and nail salon. So while you home, girl, practice on them wigs because the girls are going to need them after this thing is over. Cut you up some wigs and get them coins because you're going to be able to sell a lot of wigs in a little while. Practice on them, get you some nice cuts going on them wigs because they're going to go like hotcakes.
Hey, Sharina,
You
take
ain't
that
never
advice. You're a citizen,
I'm trying to
Sharina.
tell you, hustler at heart. It's Sway in the morning.
Okay. Regina, I want to thank you for being on the show with us this morning. We want to tap in with a lot of our friends. And, take your time in this quarantine. And if you end up growing any, strands like Cookie or Purple, let me know, okay?
Oh, that's funny. But thank you guys for having me. What a delightful conversation. Prayers to everybody whose family is affected. I do want to say that. And sending a lot of love out to everybody who's, having a hard time and prayers. So, we're fortunate that a lot of people are really, really suffering. So definitely our hearts are with you guys. And thank you for supporting Black Monday. You guys are amazing. I love joining you all the time.
Aww.
Absolutely. And prayers to you, Regina, and you, your friends, and your family. Stay safe.
Thank you. Thank
follow
you.
the rules.
I gotta stop eating. I just need to say that.
What you snacking on, Regina?
I can't. It's like I'm eating and I'm not hungry. Like last night, it was 11 o'clock, and I was on the phone with my girlfriend, Elisa. And I was like, Elisa, I got to stop eating. And then she started chewing. And I said, see, I was eating cereal. I was like, I'm not even on with the right person because you heard me and started. I need someone who's going to say, stop it. Like, I'm eating. Oh, like I'm about to go eat.
Juice
post it for us so we can see.
You know what? Who I need, Heather, because she just told me to juice, and that's what I'm going to go do.
Juice.
Why did I not do that?
You got to juice, baby. That's what it's about. I'm going to hit you up, Regina, and that way I'm going to keep you on track. Juice,
okay.
Juice, that's what it's all about.
All right, so great.
Love you, girl.
To y'all.
All right.
Take care, Regina. That's Regina Hall. We about to do a special edition of Celebrity Wire. We got Slim Thug is going to join us, and he made a big announcement that he actually contracted the virus, and we're going to talk to him next. You want to speak with him, 888-742-3345. Sway in the morning, Shade 45.